similar to class when I ask a student to read and there's silence on them.
Okay, well, it's dated today and it's to the board and staff, families of Caseburg. When I decided to retire last June, I wanted to find some way to stay connected to Caseburg and be able to give back to the students and staff. I thought that being part of PTC would be a great way to still stay active and provide service to the Caseburg community. We've accomplished quite a bit this year, but due to personal and health issues, I feel that in the best interest of both myself and Caseburg, I need to step back, step down, and step away. This is a very difficult decision for me, one that has been made after a lot of thought and prayer over the past 2 months. I don't like to leave things unfinished, but I do not believe I can give the Caseburg community the attention, time, and energy required to fulfill my term while trying to meet my own personal challenges. We have a tremendous group of people in PTC, dedicated people who give so much back to the students, staff, and families of Caseburg. I appreciate all of the hard work and support I have received, and words cannot convey my feelings of gratitude. It's truly been an honor and privilege to have worked with the students, parents, and staff of Caseburg over these many years. I wish you the best. Please accept this letter as my resignation with regret as president of Caseburg PTC. Thank you for your consideration. Rich Hartshorn.
And I really, it's with great regret that I have to do this, that I've had some personal issues with my family in the past couple of months. Something just happened yesterday. I just got back from Berkeley just before the meeting. That's why I was late getting started. And I hate to leave you, but I think that it's just in the best interest of myself, especially, to do this. And when we started back in the summer, when I talked to the board, I said that, you know, family has to come first. And I didn't think it was going to be me that had that tackle. I just feel that it's necessary for me to do this. Our protocol, I believe, is that Chantel will take over as president, and then we need to fill the vice presidential spot from within the membership. And so what I'm going to do now is turn everything over to Chantel, and I hate to leave too, but I have to go back to Berkeley tonight. So
Thank you so much for everything that you've done.
Thank you, Rich.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so much
it's
for us.
it's a lot.
yeah, well, thank you.
We can't.
Hope everything's okay. Drive safely. Yeah. Thanks, Rich.
Okay, so we need a couple of volunteers to approve the minutes for February. Still need any volunteers for that?
I make a motion to
You'll do that?
Mhm.
Okay.
approve them.
Another?
Just second to approve last.
Is it to approve this one?
No,
or
no,
for
it's
the
to approve
next
the next
one? For the next one.
Oh, the next one.
I don't want to be here.
You just seconded yourself.
I did, and I said, I'm not signing up for that. I thought she was doing the thing, like, we already did this, Chantel. Okay, I'll do it again. Make sure when the next thing comes up, I say, I will do this one. Sure. Yeah.
A second person?
I'll do it.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Nothing.
Okay, so old business is next. The Steve's Candies fundraiser. How did that come out? Looks like we made
1847.42.
1847.40.
It was actually quite a bit. We made $500 more than we did last year.
Wow.
I'm sorry, hold on. Yeah,
Seems like a lot.
450. It was actually a really, really good fundraiser.
Awesome.
This year.
We're gonna have another one for Easter.
In spring, yeah.
In
And then
spring.
we'll get I think it's a 5% kickback, like you get an extra 5% for doing it both fall and spring. So
Mm.
we'll decide when we do that? Like right before spring break usually.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think
then,
we
yeah, so that
candy
you
for
have it for
Easter.
Easter.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's do it then.
Awesome. And then our first family movie night.
We did pretty good. I mean, that's not really something that we tried to make a lot of funds off of, so.
Right.
We made a little over $130, $137.
That's not bad.
Hey, that's better than poking the eye.
Yeah, and I split the cost up because there's stuff that I bought in bulk that we'll use in the next one, so.
Right. Awesome. Thank you. Okay, the next old business is Sammy's Circuit. We had our assembly and our first circuit training, and it seemed like it went over really
Yeah,
well.
went really well,
Everybody had fun?
Yep.
Good.
absolutely.
Awesome. Looking forward to the next one. It's February 23rd or 28th. It's a Monday.
There was termination from student council on that?
I don't know.
So we had student council meetings, and the only ones that have been currently going are the ones that have been during my leadership time at the district. So I had planned on actually talking to them yesterday, but I was at leadership. So the next student council meeting is when I'm gonna go chat with them about it.
Bring it up. Do you know when that is?
And Dave Barber does.
Okay.
The 20th of January.
Thank you.
Think about student council?
Student council, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
You bet.
Is there any other old business anybody needs to bring up or ask?
And that's during leadership again at the district.
The same schedule.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out with Dave to do something to get over there, at least for part of that, in this part of leadership, or they have it on a different day, so, sorry. Good. I had it on my calendar too.
I don't know if box tops is old business or new business, or
Okay.
Sure.
do you want me to?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, please.
Okay, so I have submitted the box tops, and we're supposed to get a check for $879.30. But that won't be here till April, I guess. They cut the checks in November 1st and March 1st, so it takes 45 days. And I'm not sure that's what it said when
Okay.
I finally figured out the box tops thing, which is actually their online thing is very cut and dry, very easy. Once I finally figured it out, but so they said it takes 45 days. I don't know what happened with the last one because it's not on there, and I talked to Kathy about it. She said she's gonna try to find her paperwork because it's not.
Showing that, like, there was a
Nothing
submission
in
or
there.
something.
Right. So she's looking into that. But
Okay.
there will be another contest. Is that okay to say now too?
Mhm.
Okay. That will end February 13th. So whatever's from that check will also come, we'll get the check in April for that too, because I'll get it off before March 1st, so.
Is it starting?
It's
now?
starting, I mean, I told the teachers I would keep collecting, so,
Oh, it.
you know,
okay,
for
so-
what, you know, they're just,
Okay, so.
It's- it will end then, and I don't know.
The flyer could go up next week.
Jen said she could, no, that's fine, Jen said she could do a flyer
I'll
next
get a
week.
flyer out.
The teachers, I told them all that it's ongoing, so they're all collecting currently, and
I got some of my.
thanks. Good to know. If anyone has ideas for prizes, I don't know, we did pizza, cupcakes, and cookies last time, I don't know if anybody, I think it'll be a smaller scale this time, maybe just first and second prizes, but
Ice cream party. I did a hot cocoa party for the
the
McDonald's.
thing is, I
party.
can't be there for that stuff, so I don't know how,
Well, we
you
can
know.
make arrangements to get that delivered.
okay.
If you do it on Monday, I can help.
I won't be here on the 13th, when will the party?
The party will be after, because I have to count.
I'll be back on the 14th, so.
Okay, yeah, it definitely, I don't know what it'll be, but I just want to
Maybe
get it in the
closer to
mail
the end of the
before,
month, Probably.
yeah, I just want to get it mailed off before March 1st so we can get the check this year still.
Oh, we can figure that out.
Okay. So, that's it.
So should the flyer not have prizes, say, about before? Okay.
I don't know what they did in the past, I don't remember what Federica did.
It's usually cookies.
I saw something that said cookie and movie, but I'm like, I don't know,
No.
that's a lot for the teachers to say, you know, you have to do.
Do we have
so.
icy pops left?
There's some.
Yeah, I think there is.
I mean, we can always check that stock and we
Yeah,
can always.
I think there's.
Use them up.
45 boxes of them, I think.
There's
Okay.
some in the staff freezer as well, I don't think we pulled from, there's I just realized when I was in the staff room,
Okay.
in their freezer, there's a few boxes as
And
well.
we still, we have
And
our
the ones
box
that I
too,
brought
right?
back, those icy pops that we brought to the movie night are still there
Yeah,
in the deep freeze.
so we have those. You can just get
And
those.
it's an option.
No, you're good.
Yeah, and especially because that'll be in April, so it'll be so frigid cold. hopefully.
It'll be in February.
It'll be.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Then there'll be another one later that I wasn't do popsicles for later, but whatever, it's good.
Perfect, okay. Any other old business to bring up? Yes.
Well, I don't know what category it falls under, but I would like to talk to everybody about our status with the, our nonprofit status. And, earlier in the year, Mr. Welty was like, oh, the school has an EIN, and it would sound like such a great idea to use it, but I really think we need to stop using the school's EIN number against PTC things.
I was gonna share some of my ideas with that when we got to new business,
Okay.
but I would agree with you on that, in that I had new information passed to me, that the EIN that I submitted for your use, which again, I did tell you that we had to kind of have it really tight, and we could only use it for a temporary period of time. I got new information that EIN actually belongs to the district. We can get into real trouble if that gets out in any way, shape, or form, or that there's any money that's attached to that EIN that gets put into a PTC account. That can be something that gets flagged, and we can get into real trouble there. So, I don't know if we have anything that's in the works right now with that, but whatever that we have that's coming up with that we have to submit for it, we've got to kind of cease and desist on.
I haven't changed any tax ID number.
I get, and if that's the case, that you're using an old one, that they just haven't asked about the new one, that's kind of up to the board
I think
on
the
that,
only
but
thing
I'm just talking about mine.
Yeah, I think the only thing that's gone out is for donation letters with that.
Okay,
And the thank you letters.
okay,
Sent out.
okay,
That was all.
perfect, and then if we could just, remove that from your,
Yeah.
your artillery of anything, and then that way we wouldn't get in any trouble with our district as well as when we do audits with our
But
districts.
I haven't changed that with any fundraising company, and the new paperwork I filled out with Jamba Juice was the same one.
Gotcha,
all ours.
I felt the same as you, and I just didn't want you to feel like you're one against the world here, so I just wanted to chime
I just have to
in,
get it
but,
off my chest, because it's
Yeah.
really been on my mind, and, because I don't want to, we're already in trouble, and I don't want to get in more trouble, and I don't want to get
It's
anybody
not
else
that
in
we're
trouble.
necessarily in trouble.
Well,
They
losing
just-
your status is a big deal.
Right, I know, it's a big deal. I mean, we're not in trouble, we're just,
No, but what if
Yeah,
you don't
the
get the
big
status
taxes.
back, and we're still using our number? Are we even allowed to fundraise?
you, well,
Like
when your
fundraising
tax ID
can't
number,
hurt.
it doesn't change whether you're,
Prove it.
that number doesn't
The
change.
people who donate to us can't use it in their tax write-offs because we're not eligible.
It's not a new number, a different number, it's the
Right.
same number, it's just
They
depending
just
on how the
inaccurate.
IRS has us registered. So that number's assigned to us,
And right now, it's just in revoked status.
yeah.
So anybody who donates to us and wants to use it on their taxes, they won't be, they'll get information from IRS saying that our tax status has been revoked.
Or just would be a reduction.
And so then they wouldn't be able to use it as a deduction, so.
would there be any recourse on
Like
us relationship-wise as a school with an
Mhm.
organization if we say, yeah, please donate to us, and we aren't upfront with them and saying that it has been revoked, meaning relationship-wise?
Like we
I
don't
don't
know.
Well, I think that maybe that might be the approach that we need to have, is in just full disclosure, saying, we're currently in a for-profit situation right now, I'm sorry, we still are an entity and part of the body as our parent-teacher club, but we don't have the ability for you to write this off. Are you still in favor of donating or being a part? I think we just need to be full disclosure with whatever organization, because they may go to the end of the year with them fiscally and expect to get that write-off, and I can see that phone call happening. That's a fun one, right?
Well, and that's how I found out about the IRS status, was because I did a match program at work and submitted it. I did my donation and then submitted the match to my employer, and my employer came back and said, your charity isn't no longer in that
She knew
status.
before we knew.
And I
We
was
didn't
like,
we didn't have any notices at that time.
So,
And then I think it trickled in the mail about 2 weeks later.
so,
I haven't gotten any correspondence. I know it's been worked on. I have a message into Mike. I was hoping to hear back from him before today, but I have not. So I'm just gonna find somebody local to start the process over because I'm not getting anywhere.
Yeah, it has to be taken care of, and if Mike isn't helping us getting it taken care of, because he just decided, well, okay, I'm not gonna be around, you know, then we have to do something else, and that's, you know, that's just something else we gotta
It could
do.
just be, we still have to wait. I mean,
Yeah, it
like,
takes
we've
up
done
to
everything we
18
needed to do,
months.
and
and I
it's out
do
of
know
our
that
control.
there, at one time, when I spoke with the IRS, which was a different entity or department than Mike is working with, but when I spoke to them, they said that there is a fee that you have to submit. And we haven't heard that yet from Mike with the tax advocate that he's working with, that we need to submit that or not, but I've heard it from 2 different people, that there is either a
You can ask-
$400 or an $800
Yeah.
fee that we have to reinstate while they're going through the
Then you
process.
can ask for that to be waived. And I believe that's what had happened. So I'm just gonna figure out where we're at and then just go from there because
Yeah,
I can't get the answers in a timely manner, so.
Okay. All right.
and that's a good idea. I mean, you need to, you know, we need to disband of whatever's happening now and get it going somewhere else.
So I just want us to mind our P's and Q's so that it doesn't build on to, or jeopardize getting our status back. Because Jamba Juice and See's Candy and the box tops, I mean, that's all because we're a nonprofit.
Well, I don't think the box tops have anything to do with that.
Hmm.
That's
The
a-
box tops and the Seas candy shouldn't
No.
either because.
No.
These aren't,
No, these are not,
Donations.
those
No,
are
this is candy we sell.
donation things.
The See's Candy we sell, we get the
Right,
money.
but we're able to do that because of,
No, anybody can do that.
anybody can,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But, and the box tops is the program where we turn in, you know,
Mhm.
stuff that we buy and.
You've already
just
paid
give us the
taxes
10
on the stuff that you bought.
The 10 cents for. Those ones,
Unless
but,
you stand and wait.
but like the Jamba Juice and, you know, the other companies that we've gone out to get donations, we're not able to ask as much. But it is.
Or if we ask, we need to disclose.
Yep.
Mr. Wilkie, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What happened or didn't happen or whatever with the thing with the artwork at the hotel that we were trying to?
Okay. It did happen, and so here's what, there's going to be another opportunity for us to, okay, so here's how it worked. We tried to coordinate and have the art actually physically there up on the wall while the fundraiser was going on.
Mhm.
And because of whatever reason or the other, for the mandate of the hotel, they had to remove them December 1, but we still have the artwork up for our school. And Tammy, what I can do is I have pictures of them and I can forward them to us and we can take a look at them. But they're still up there. They'll probably be removed pretty soon. And then they're gonna contact us again for the spring. And that's when we're gonna work with, you just know Jim Espinoza being an artist that is a parent here. He's gonna be selling his, he has some bird drawings, and that money is gonna go to the school. And then it's gonna be also a night where we're gonna put other more current things up, and they're gonna do the same fundraiser at the hotel.
Oh, okay. So can we this time somehow get it out to all the parents? Because I don't think it went out to everybody or it didn't reach homes or whatever. That's, you know, that to me is a really important thing if we're trying to build a relationship with the hotel and the art and everything else. We are failing somewhere in trying to get our parents to participate, at least come and see
Sure.
what the kids are doing, you know?
Yeah.
And it's not getting out there. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
today for the walk, it was, I mean, only because we remembered it was time for the walk. There was no.
And it was because I didn't push it out on purpose. It's coming back, getting back into the groove of things. I mean, having, number one, a PTC meeting, I had a staff meeting today, I have an ELAC meeting tomorrow. I'm not gonna do that again. There's just too much coming too quick when you're just kind of trying to get right back into the groove
Right.
of things.
Right.
So my point is, it's not because there aren't the intention, it's just there's the information is coming too quick and there's not enough time to do everything. And so that's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And the reasoning why the information about the walk. The information about the hotel connection was because there was an amiss between the hotel and our coordination of efforts this time.
Oh, okay.
So when we have more of a synergy between what's going on at the hotel and when we get our stuff up at the same time and we get the coordination of, I'd rather make sure that we have all of our ducks in a row before we say, everybody come on out to that. Initially, I was hoping to coordinate that with the same evening as we had our skate night.
Oh,
And that, I mean, don't know what happened there either.
Well,
that one was an interesting
the
one.
weather didn't help, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
But bottom line is, there's a lot of efforts to make communication with families. There isn't a lot of participation because, number one, it's the same people at everything, and there's a big demographic of our site that don't attend things.
right.
And that has a lot of logistical reasons, a lot of cultural barriers, and we need to kind of work on fostering openness so that there's the ability
Well,
for all
isn't there-
families to go there.
Isn't there a gal that is on the,
She was a liaison.
liaison in the
From the
school site council? Isn't it school site council?
Well, we had, you had said that there was a liaison from the district that had
We have
reached out.
we have a site-based community liaison. Her name is Norma Faubert. You can come meet her tomorrow. We have our ELAC meeting. Any families are welcome to come to ELAC. We have it at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. So, English Language Advisory Committee.
Is there a lot of, are you getting any families at those?
I'm getting a solid 5 families. I'm curious at what's going to happen tomorrow because it's again the first week of the month.
Yeah.
And people
Yeah.
are, still kind of getting back into school, and so I have solid commitment from those families.
Oh,
So,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, I
it's,
think that's, that's one thing, we need, because we have a cultural difference here, that we need to try to bring them in and make them understand, we want them, we want them to
Mhm.
join the rest of our families in going to see this artwork and going
Sure.
to do whatever we're going to do. And to me, there's been a lack of trying to get that done. And I'm not putting it all on your shoulders, I'm putting it on shoulders of even the office help and anybody else that can help, So it's getting the word to those people, to try to make them understand that even tonight, why can't we get them to come?
because they've come in the past and there's not been an agenda and translation available for them.
But we have that availability,
Okay.
I mean, if we have that availability, then we need to get it done.
Absolutely, and I think that you're nominating yourself for the committee lead on that.
Hey, I'm,
I'm with you. I'm with you.
yeah,
The truth is, it's a lot of work, and it takes effort, and it takes intentional effort. And so if you want to work with us in the office to try to make that happen, we're all in favor.
well, I just think that there's that meeting that you're holding, the ELAC committee meeting, and somehow those people are not still understanding how we want them to be with us. They're going to ELAC meetings, and that's wonderful and great, but they're not,
So we just have to build a bridge between the two
Yeah.
groups.
And it could even start with you maybe inviting them at the ELAC meeting. Could mean that too.
Mhm.
The point is, it isn't an issue of them being a part of us, it's that all of us are a part of the same school, and that
Right.
we all can allow the accessibility no matter what function it is.
Right.
That takes a lot of time, and I'm in year 2 here, and that's like a year 4 kind of thing. I just want you, I mean, Becky knows what I'm talking about. This is not small stuff we're talking about here.
Well, I
So-
understand, because
so
I've
we have
worked
to
in a
build
school for
slow.
over 10 years,
I
so.
understand too, but we build slow, we build strong. I'm not gonna put myself out there and then let everything else go
No.
to waste. We need to go slow,
Right.
and I need to build the capacity, and that means people like you stepping forward, saying, I'm willing to try to do the work to build this bridge with you, because anybody can sit anywhere, and the people in Eli could be saying the same
Same thing.
critical things
Yeah,
that we're saying in here about that bridge, lack of it being there.
sure,
But my point is, we need to be solution oriented,
yeah.
and I'm always solution oriented. I need people that are willing to step forward and do it. So, I mean, if you consider it, you can put that in the notes, that Mr. Welty needs more people to help, create opportunities for the families, no matter what culture they're a part of, to be a part of every single function of our site. ELAC it could be our PTC, it could be our site council, but the point is that it takes a lot of people in order for that to happen. And me being one person that wants it to happen isn't good enough.
No.
Yeah.
No. I agree with you, it's just that somehow we gotta build that bridge.
Yep.
And make, so that everybody understands, we're all one school and we're all one, big family, but we're not getting the family support.
Well, you're not getting it from, not just.
Anyone.
Yeah.
It's all of us.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's a good start. At
Well,
least
they
it's-
come to our parties, let's just keep throwing parties. Let's do a multicultural
I
party.
would love to do more, and well,
Have a
that's
multicultural potluck.
and that's what the family dance is, to get all families to come together and enjoy a night of dancing and fun and all that kind of stuff. I have reached out to Lily Perez to see if she would help us with the committee for the dance, and then maybe help get some of those families.
That's the start that we need.
Right.
It's the build slow, build strong. That's great.
I'm just kidding.
So on to new business, a computer and the program for PTC.
It's for PTC.
It's for
not-
PTC so that we can put everything on the computer, and instead of having binders and piecemeal and, oh, I found this in the box.
Keep everything on one.
It's on a computer and we can hand it off to the next board.
And I
And
did
continue to go.
find one on Best Buy. It's $4.99 with 6 gigabytes of memory. It seems pretty basic, but efficient enough. And then we need the new Quicken software, which is $104 to go with that.
Okay.
Right now, everything's on my personal computer, and my husband would like it if I would give the transfer that
Sure.
by the end of
That makes
the
sense.
year.
Where are we with money?
We've got $7,000 in the bank account.
7,000? And what are our, I had asked last time about monies, and they said, you guys said we have things to pay for, so do we still have things to pay for, or do we have $7,000 to spend?
Meaning like, what was?
Well, I didn't know, we're raising funds, but what are we raising funds for?
Well, we have to cover our budget, and if teachers put in reimbursements and such, then we cover those. We don't have anything big that we're saving for that I don't recall talking about ever, other than we needing a computer for PTC. That was the only big purchase that I recall, right? And then there was the school improvements, which was something that had gotten approved last year with the buddy bench thing going on.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything about that.
Rich told me before he left, he has, Debbie Provence's son,
Okay.
James, is an Eagle Scout. He's really wanting to work on getting it all put together, getting it all approved with the school and the board and all that kind of stuff. He really wants to do
Buddy bench?
the buddy bench, and he wants to do as many as he can with our budget that we have for him, and have it done by or during Easter break, and have it done.
Well, doesn't he have to go out and raise funds himself?
That's what he's,
Funds, yeah.
I'm not sure what.
That's-
yes, he's supposed to.
Yeah, he's supposed to raise funds himself.
So,
I think,
I mean, we have a budget for him.
Well,
If
yeah,
he needs
we
it.
we
If
would
he
help him
doesn't,
out,
if
but-
he, you know, I mean, that could be part of his, he raises funds, he comes and asks us for it.
Yeah,
and we
I
have
think
the
that
budget
was
for it.
discussed last year, and we put in $800 towards that.
But not,
It was a.
like, he's not gonna take all 800 unless he needs it, right? Like, it
No,
was,
I think it, he,
I think it's budgeted.
but
it
we
was
promised
budgeted.
him $800.
it was put in for that project dollars.
As
I'll
part
have
of
to go
his-
back and look at those from
No,
last
I
year.
remember $800, but I thought
Yeah.
it was in case he needs it.
I
like,
can't
like we-
recall.
Yeah.
Well, it's
That's
part of
a
the
lot of
Eagle
money.
project where he's supposed to go and get donations for
Right.
the actual materials, he's supposed to get donations, monetary donations to help build him and all that kind of stuff, so we'll have it work it out, but he has to do a presentation to us, to the school board, to the school, all.
Ah,
So
okay,
he's gotta
so,
do the whole thing,
so
so
we
it's
don't
on
even know if any
him.
of that's been done.
Right, it hasn't been done yet,
So how many buddy benches would we want?
I don't know.
believe it's- Was it just one?
Well, I thought it was just one, but he, Rich said he wants to see if he can put in more than one,
Oh,
depending on his budget and how much he raises and stuff. I mean, if we have two or
Two.
three out there,
that'd be nice.
that'd be great, because it's needed, you know. Somebody was on Facebook talking about their kid not making friends, so.
Oh, I think it'd
It's
be
like,
good.
oh, if we just had that money bench.
So a buddy bench would be, if you want to play with someone, you go sit on the bench, and hopefully someone will come
It's for
along.
kids who are saying, like we saw it on Facebook.
Somebody new, somebody
Yeah,
new to our
somebody new
school.
came to the school and they didn't feel comfortable.
Or
And
somebody that got
they
left
need
out
a-
of their group, their normal
Yeah.
group of being played with or whatever, and they don't know where else to go or other friends to play with or whatever, they can go sit on the bench, and then if somebody sees them sitting on the bench, then they can go over and make friends with them, and then
Okay,
include them in their game or whatever.
Ideally.
so I think
So we
that's
gotta
it.
promote that if it comes,
Yeah.
so that kids know how to.
Well,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
part of the Eagle Scouts
That's
project, it's for him
fantastic.
to.
Boy,
go
James
to the-
got a lot of work ahead of him.
Yeah, so that's the whole Eagle Scout project.
So I think what Rich had said at the last meeting was basically we're just trying to cover our budget, what we have budgeted in the left column with teacher appreciation week coming up, reimbursements, and I get a slew of reimbursements at the end of the year. You know.
That's under the field trip, right? The $3,000 for teachers?
No, that's not field trips.
$3,000
That's
for
just,
for
that's just
reimbursement.
their
Third from the
class,
bottom, teacher
classroom
reimbursements.
budget that we give them to help reimburse them for stuff
She's
they
only
do for
got
their classroom.
$211.95
So
worth of
far, okay.
$3,000 worth of
So
reimbursements.
we budget a little over $6,000 for teacher expenses and field trips.
Yeah,
Yep, and last year, the teacher reimbursements, I only wrote checks out for $1,400. Not everybody submits their receipts. I don't know if some people go to the lottery at the school fund or how that works out.
I understand that.
So, I don't have any bills that I need to pay. The last one I paid was our half of the half for Sandy Circuit.
You pay that?
Not our full. I only
We
paid
made our half of the half.
half of the half,
Half
so
of the
$600.
Okay.
So unless, you know, that goes south, we might, I don't know, we're gonna have to cover all of it, I would assume. Contract's been signed. So then we'll find out hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, we'll find
Email
out from the
us.
student council.
So we, Sammy Circuit is $2,400, and we propose paying half of it, and then we're asking student council to pay for half of it. Mr. Welty's gonna make the presentation to student council to see if they're willing to pitch in half the cost or any part of the costs to defray our costs. And so we're hoping that they go halfsies with us, so.
So then, if that's the case, then we only pay $600 more.
So yeah, we pay $1,200 and then student council pays
Does student
$1,200.
council have $1,200?
Yes.
And is Mr. Barber, has he been approached by it?
He's
about
not, it's not an issue of Mr. Barber, it's more of
the
just
kids?
talk, no, just a matter of talking with the kids and making sure that all the other student council teachers are in favor of it.
Okay.
Because I think the kids are, they'll pretty much, I mean, especially since they've gone through 2 sessions, they'd be in favor, in my opinion.
Steven said he loved it, it was a blast.
Yeah,
He
she
knows
was
it's
super
good.
excited about it. Are you guys?
I'm not going.
Awesome. It is fun. Okay, so the next thing, so on the computer and program for the PTC.
Which you guys are.
Ms. Blankenship?
Yeah,
We, at the beginning of the year, budgeted $1,000 to keep that purchase for those things at max at $1,000, so I believe it'd probably be maybe $700 with tax. It was $499 and $104, so.
so should I make a motion to purchase it?
Yes.
I move that we purchase a PTC treasure laptop and Quicken. And second?
I'll go ahead. I'll second.
Okay. Great, we'll get that purchased. Makes sense.
Thank you.
That makes sense. Just don't break it.
Not having things still here.
Yeah.
So Pam,
Get a
I'll
case
send
for
all
it,
my
too.
files for flyers and stuff, then, and just give those to you so they could be housed on something.
Yeah, I don't, I'll have to look at that because I don't think there's word on it. But I think I can store them in Google.
You're gonna need
So-
word on
I
it.
mean, does our,
If you're gonna do letters or anything, you're gonna need word on that. I would say you should purchase that.
Well,
Word and Excel, because I mean, all these spreadsheets, that's probably something.
usually the laptops, they come with like Word docs. We just got Scotland a laptop and we didn't get any.
Well, I'll buy it,
Stuff
check
like
it out,
that.
and if it looks like there's something else we need, then we'll bring it up at the next meeting.
Yeah, I think they all now come with a Word docs on it.
Something. So, okay, thank you. Next thing, the family dance, Bacop. I've approached Holly to be chair on that. We're gonna have a committee meeting after the meeting tonight, and we'll get that started, and then we hope to gather some more people for the committee. If anybody here wants to volunteer and stay for the committee, by all means, the more the merrier.
Laura, you in that?
Yep.
You've all told, huh?
Well, I kind of told Holly I
told her she
would.
were helping me.
After you volunteered me for a
Yes.
fall festival.
Yes. Thank you, promise.
I'm sure it'll work out great. And are we
Yeah.
still scheduled for 2/6 on that?
Yes.
February 6th?
Yes.
February 6th?
Yes, Friday. What time did we decide? 6 or
6:30, so that people have enough time to get home and get some dinner and then come to.
To 8 or 8:30?
6:30 to 8.
6:30 to 8.
Good mark, he's got his hand.
I can't stay for that meeting, but if you want me to do a flyer for it,
Oh,
hey, you
thank
can just
you.
give me the information.
Okay,
Or if you want to create it and have me copy it or whatever you need on there.
okay.
Thank you. Okay, family movie night, the next one, when did we have it scheduled? I don't remember.
I think it was in April,
Okay.
April, I want to say the 17th. Was the tentative date thrown out there.
Okay. So we can put that one on later and decide what movie to play and all that kind of stuff at a later date.
So we'll just put April in for now.
Yeah.
It shows April 17th is what we put on the calendar for 6:30 to 8:30 on the 17th.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think it was the
thank you.
17th.
All right,
Good job, Mark.
Hey, that's why.
so we'll
I
discuss
Googled.
that one in March for the meeting to figure out what movie we'll play and stuff. And get help with snack bar and all that. Okay, family night out. The next one I have tentatively scheduled, they're supposed to approve it by tomorrow, is for January 22nd at Panda Express.
Oh, sweet.
They will donate back 20% of everyone that brings in a flyer. So I'll get the flyers, I'll get them all printed out. I might even come over here that afternoon and hand them out down the line when people are picking up their kids. And then we'll have them in Friday folders, or the Friday folders the week before and all that kind of stuff.
Take
Oh.
Panda Express with a bunch of flyers.
Yeah, well, that's one of the rules they said you can't do.
Oh, for our students?
Yeah, you can't do them in the parking lot or
Oh.
as they're walking through the door.
Well, we can stand as they drive in.
Well, we just stand out here while they're picking up.
Then it's nowhere near.
Panda Express.
Okay, well,
Do you know the time frame?
4 to 8.
And then, do you need Jen to do a flyer for them?
No, they provide the flyers.
Oh, sweet.
Yep. So we just print them out, cut them in half, and then get them out. I will,
If you want me to like count them out for you, because I know last time you brought it in,
yeah, I was in
and
there.
they said, no. So I can do that if you want me
Okay,
to.
I'll let you have that. I usually do it at work.
Okay.
Jen's got a good system down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have like a little thing here, my sticky notes. and-
Yeah.
But yeah,
If you
I'll be
need
more
it.
than happy to hand it over. All right, any other new business that we haven't already brought up that somebody wants to bring up? All right. The next general meeting is February 4th at 6 o'clock, right here, same bat time.
Right before the dance.
Hmm?
Right before the dance.
Yeah, yeah, so we'll be able to shore up everything and get it ready to go. That'll be so much fun. Okay, I think we're done. We can,
So,
anything else?
I have a question, that
Yes.
sock hop, do you already know, like, if you're providing food or?
no, we'll find out tonight.
Yeah, tonight will be our first committee meeting,
Okay.
but I'm thinking, my initial idea was just like cookies and punch.
Mhm.
Nothing like a big snack bar or anything like that.
And not for sale, right?
No,
We don't want to
we're
sell
gonna,
it.
we're gonna sell tickets to the dance.
oh,
As, to defray the costs of the dance and whatever else. And, but the cookies and punch included, but it could change, it could
Yes.
evolve by the time we have a
Gotcha.
committee
Thank
meeting,
you.
so. Anything else? All right, I adjourn this meeting at 6:45. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
sorry about Rich.
Yes, me too.
Wow, did you guys all just find that out?
Mhm. Well, I did. I don't.
I just found out.
Yeah, you kept it quiet.
Before you read that letter,
Well, yeah, well, yeah, before, just like 2 minutes.
A few minutes before you guys walk in.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank you.
I would have probably left and left the house sensitive to that too.
A bit empty for a moment.
Yeah.
Would be interesting.
Put it in the bag for Jesse?
What?
You put it in the bag for Jesse?
Yep, I can do that. How do I?
Ladies, we're gonna trade.
What?